Hi, my name is Dexter Valles. I am the CEO and managing consultant of a small consulting firm called Valma International. We are based in Mumbai, India. Now, you must be wondering about the name Valma International, and it means value mark. So, Valma is value mark. Of course, my wife and daughter would like to think otherwise because their names, my wife is Maria, my daughter is Valerie, so it's Valmar, so Valerie, Maria, and I don't mind that too. Uh, what do we do here at Valma International? Well, we are a consulting firm in the area of human resources, primarily in the area of learning and development uh, and human behavior. But this wasn't my earlier career. I spent a lot of time, 12 years after my MBA, leading international marketing and sales with engineering goods, engineering companies in the Indian corporate. Learned a lot about life around the world and customer behavior, customer requirements, different markets, culture, cross culture. And that led to me wanting to do something even more special with my life than simply just selling things to people. I wanted to sell more than products, I wanted to sell life. And to sell life, to sell quality of life, just like you have quality of product and you need quality of life, you need to know what to do to be able to have those lessons in life to increase the quality of life. So here's the question I want to ask you. What do you do to learn about the quality of your life or how you can make your life better? No doubt all of us have dreams and aspirations, and we do know what we want. And we're all looking for similar things. We're looking for completeness, we are looking for happiness, satisfaction, we're looking to be acknowledged, we're looking to be worthwhile to our own lives and to other people's lives. We want to be wanted. So, what are you doing about it? Who do you go and ask for advice? When we were kids, we went to school, and naturally, our teachers are the ones who gave us the advice. Our parents too gave us advice, but I don't know whether it's the same thing with you, but I often found that most of us would rather listen to our teacher than our parents. And then later on, we realized that, you know what, hey, our parents are saying really the same things our teacher is saying. So the teacher was the guru. And when we grew up and went further, we went to college. And there we had a lot of other people giving us advice. We had career counselors telling us what we should do with our lives and how we can make it more useful. And then we progressed, we went to higher education, completed those things, got into work, and then the boss became the advisor. And along the way, we found other colleagues who also were pretty wise and worldly in what they were doing, and they gave us a lot of tips on how we should manage our careers, manage our job, manage the boss, and manage our lives. Somewhere along the way, we decided to get married, and that is the time we went back to parents, maybe, and soon the spouse became the advisor. As you grow up, you find children, as they grow up, also become the advisors, sometimes beyond what you feel they should be advising. But how much time do we spend asking ourselves, what have we learned from ourselves? What have we learned from everyday life that we witness and experience and have as a resource? So here's the question that I would like to leave you with. And think about the answer that seems to work for me and whether it works for you. So the question is, do you pay attention to what is happening to you every day? Not just to the big things that happen, but maybe even to the little things. So if you could have a diary or a book and you keep a page reserved for every day and you write down something that happened and what you immediately think that means to you, and then progress to the next day and the next day and the next day, and then maybe a week will pass, a month will pass, but keep looking at this. Keep a page for the day and just put one thing down that you feel was useful to you that day, because later on in hindsight, maybe you'll realize that there was something more that you can learn from it. Maybe because of the cascading experiences that you have beyond that. We all grow wiser as we grow up if we are paying attention to what is happening around us when we are growing up, right? So, see if you can teach yourself from your everyday experiences, because somewhere in our mind, somewhere within us, there is this tremendous wisdom. We already know what we want. We know what works, we know what doesn't work, but we're not rigorously examining it or even maybe casually examining it on a daily basis. We kind of think about it, but it passes by through, you know, the everyday hurry and scurry and the intensity of what happens every day. So at the end of the week, maybe you will have something to tell yourself about. So it could be something that you watch, like yesterday we watched the game between India and New Zealand. And wow, I mean, on both sides of the coin, there'd be a lot of things to get from life. From India's side, the lesson that I learn is that no matter how dire the circumstances, stay there, be there, play the game. Don't be a passive observer. Believe that you can win, but also understand that there is a possibility that you can lose, but go with everything that you have in order to win. And if you don't win, don't be so disappointed, because there is always another day, another game. It's all part of the same life. And so therefore we can learn from that and apply it back to life, that says, hey, is something going so terribly wrong with our lives that we have given up on it? Shouldn't we be playing the game rather than waiting for the game to play us? From the New Zealanders' point of view, and they lost, they were playing a fantastic game, and somehow or the other they lost. So what is the lesson for them? And if we were New Zealand in our lives, and we are playing a fantastic game, doing really well, and suddenly we are faced with this dire possibility of losing, and we actually do lose. So can you take what you learned from what you did? Because not everything is lost. Sometimes you lose in the last minute or in the last ball, but you were winning until then. So what made you win until then, and can you see it through the next time? Maybe there are more things to learn. Maybe you could tell us. So do reflect on your life, and when you have something down and you have something interesting to say based on what you've learned, I hope you will post back, put a comment, and tell us what is it that you learned, what would you like us to get from it. Because the more you share and care, the more you make a world to be the place you want to live in and you would like us to live in, so that we all have a world that is powerful, meaningful, and produces something better than it produced yesterday or even today. Thanks for listening in. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.